Welcome back. The UFC's tallest competitor stands at 6 feet 11 inches, and with limbs to match, it's no wonder Stefan Struve has earned 3 Submission of the Night bonuses. Next up for the skyscraper is a main event slot in Nottingham, England. And in advance of that scrap with Stipe Miocic, the brothers Gracie look back at one of Struve's memorable finishes, this one against Pat Barry. This is Gracie Breakdown.
I'm Henry Gracie, this is my brother Hidon, and tonight we're breaking down the smooth triangle choke that Stefan Struve used to defeat Pat Barry.
It's all over! Stefan Struve by submission!
At 6'11", there's no question that Struve is the tallest fighter to ever step foot inside the octagon. But the only thing more impressive than his towering height is the fact that when it comes to his jiu-jitsu skills, he moves as quickly and efficiently as any one of the lightweights. This is Gracie Breakdown. The action began in the middle of the second round when Struve threw what appeared to be a flying knee. It didn't land perfectly, so he followed up with a barrage of punches that forced Barry to enter into the clinch. But because of Struve's 12-inch height advantage, he ended up way over the top, easily wrapping Barry's neck right here.
He's going for a standing Darce.
From here, Struve went for a standing Darce choke. He basically went to shoot through, to grab his bicep, trying to solidify this. He couldn't finish it. Barry was pushing off his hip, keeping distance, so Struve felt like he was losing him. So he quickly switched back to the other side, establishing somewhat of an arm-in guillotine.
Now he went to a guillotine, arm in, drops down.
And then he sat down to pull guard, but Barry rolled over. Struve ends up on his knees right here. And now Struve looked for the opportunity to do this. Go from the arm-in guillotine to pure neck guillotine. Once Struve wrapped the neck right here, he basically propped himself up real quickly and tried to pull guard so he could lock the guillotine and close the deal. But watch what Barry does next. He jumps to the other side, almost like a half cartwheel pass, and he adhered to the golden rule for guillotine survival. And that is, when your neck is wrapped, always achieve side control opposite the choke.
And Barry trying to get out of trouble. Barry's in side control though.
And then at this point, Struve realized that the guillotine wasn't gonna fly. He knew that he didn't have the pressure from here. So he let go. Using this hand, he braced the hip. He did a nice shrimp, which is using your foot on the ground to scoot your hips away. He did a nice shrimp, and then he shot his leg, one leg across the stomach and one leg over the shoulder.
He's got to be careful for the triangle. Oh!
Struve cupped the tricep, hip out, got his leg out, and locked the triangle.
That is brilliant the way he did that.
2 lessons. Number 1, if your arm is gonna be in the equation here, you must keep the leg elbow to knee connection. You can't let this leg come out for free, because as soon as this leg comes out from the abdomen, stomach area, it can lock. So as long as Hidon keeps this shut, my leg can't come around and I can't lock, number 1. The second thing to know about triangles, it's either 2 arms in or 2 arms out. Both arms in or both arms out. Right now, Hidon has what we call 1 arm in and 1 arm out, which is what we call Triangle City. You're gonna get caught. This was the beginning of the end for Barry. Once Struve had the triangle fully locked, that's when Barry went for what we call the Rampage Slam.
No, it's dangerous. He's got to get out. Dan, I told you, he picked him up and slammed him to the He's out! He's out!
So he goes up, and that's when Struve gets picked up right here and gets dropped.
Now Barry's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to slam. Oh my goodness!
It takes 6 seconds of pressure around the neck for the person to be rendered unconscious. So while you're picking someone up for the Rampage Slam, you're adding up time. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, just to stand up. 4 1,000, 5, boom, 6. If they knock out, congratulations. But if this person doesn't get knocked out on the drop, your 6 seconds are up, my friend. Sorry. As soon as they landed, they fell over, and that's when Struve started grabbing this arm right here, but it wasn't the arm lock that did it. It was actually the squeeze of the legs. The clock was ticking too long, the pressure was too nice, and Barry had to give up the inevitable tap out.
It's all over! Stefan Struve by submission! Wow!
So what's the moral of the story?
If you're fighting somebody a foot taller, your guillotine defenses and your triangle defenses have to be sharp.
And Pat Barry, you can tell, studied those defenses, there's no doubt. Only one problem. The guillotine defenses panned out perfectly. The triangle defenses, not so much. Pat, Stefan,
Thank you for the fight. The rest of you guys, we'll see you next time.
UFC Ultimate Insider, Tuesdays, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, only on Fuel TV.